ingredients. I ain't eating this, soundproof, always been stand up like comedians. I ain't been laughing much, but I'm happy. Cleaned up a few of them spills before it got nasty. Listen, ain't nothing to pick at, like I'm nappy. Yeah, karma play catch up, but never pass me. You should get exactly energy you put out. Life will trip you up, damn, we'll put the foot out. I pull a wood out, she pecking on it nice. Money first, head is second, what I like. Thought is loyalty fourth, that's how you bring me up. I hope better than that broader.
I saw a meme, and I want you to tell me how true you think this statement is. Or just analyze the period. I did it already, but you here. They said sometimes God send the wrong person twice to see if you're still stupid.
I like that. I like that.
Talk to me about what that does when you see something like that.
I like that one, man. Sometimes God send the wrong person twice to see if you're stupid. Yeah, man. That's like you said, almost with the money situation, right? If I lent you $100, I'll give you a better situation. I lent somebody $100. They told me they're gonna give it back to me. I'm like, all right, they didn't give it back. Okay, I take it as an L. Because something my pops told me, he said, never lend money out that you can't afford to lose. Right? So if it's my last, I'm not lending that to you. I'm sorry. But if I could afford to lose it, you know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? So that in that respect to my pops, that's something that a core thing he taught me. He said, don't lend somebody something that you can't afford to lose. So alright, he said he was going through some tough time. Gave him $100. Yo, I'm doing Uber. I'm gonna give it back to you as soon as XYZ. Alright. Then come back. I ain't pressing for it. My thing again, to go back to that saying that you said, if he follow back 2 months later, yo, can I get a buck again? That's God sending the dude twice. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm no holding. You took that first buck, that's yours.
We ain't gonna scrap. We ain't gonna scrap over it.
And it's sad because there's people who's lost their life for less than that. I mean, just because they looked at the principle about it, the fact that, yo, you played me, you disrespect me, whatever. And then sometimes, depending on who's there, it could be a female there or somebody who they trying to prove that they tough to, and it could go
those
left.
Scenarios.
Yeah, sometimes it could just be me and you, and it would be smooth. Yo, hush, don't worry about it. But because I'm with the so-called big homie, or because I'm with a chick that I'm trying to impress, and now I see you, and I probably was talking about you already. Yo, ain't that the dude you said, oh, you 100? Now I gotta, and things could go left. But not
sometimes you do, not to cut you out, no. Don't you feel sometimes those are debatables because if somebody's trying to get over, you don't need no witnesses because you don't want them to think that this is a thing? I'm not saying a wild out, rah, but think about that. If we have the buck conversation about I ain't get that back and I'm asking for another one, like you said, one-on-one, it's private, we could talk as maturely. But if somebody else is sitting there hearing that, you got to kind of put a little stamp on something so that that person never thinks that they can try to do that.
I get what you're trying to say.
How would you handle that?
Yeah, I get that. See, with maturity, probably younger, a while out. Yo, son, you owe me, But now I'm like, yo, let me talk to you real quick.
On the side. You have to separate.
Yeah, I have to separate. It still got to be that one-on-one situation. Like, yo, I ain't trying to play you in front of the son, but you know I can't do that because you never. You know what I mean? So just maturity. That's what I could charge it to. Because there's certain things I do now. Somebody could cut me off now, and your natural reaction is say, "What the?" But because I got my kids, I know I got to go home to. I got a wife I got to go home to. Move side out, keep it moving. You got head. Yo, where you gotta go is more important than where I gotta go. Let that happen when I was 21. That's road rage. I'm cutting you back off. I'm waiting for you to look like you want to jump out. I'm hoping that we both get caught by the red light. You get what I'm saying? So as maturity go, and that's why, like, you know, I thank God that I moved the way I move and things happen the way I would happen. It just made me look at life and appreciate life a lot more because I feel like a lot of us don't appreciate life. That's why we take some chances that we take. That could put you in a penitentiary or take your life. Do you realize?
I ain't gonna do the round of applause. He deserves it again. Do you realize, like, because you've been getting up every day, because if you're watching this, you're awake, right?
Facts.
If you've been getting up every day, your routine's your routine, you don't really understand how it could be.
In the mid, like that.
There is no heads up. There is no heads up. And then you just poof, you gone.
Facts.
So you really do got to take this into consideration heavily. And we don't. And I think people are afraid to really expand their mind and really understand that you going to go.
Yeah.
You going to go.
Some people.
Your number's already stamped.
Some people feel like they nothing can't happen to them. That's why they wild out the way they feel like they the toughest, baddest, da. Nothing can't happen to them. Unfortunately, a lot of those people are in the cemetery right now, or incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? Because they did something on they talk about it all the time. Don't let a 5-second, misunderstanding cost you 25 years of your life. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, we reacted emotionally. So if you could cool down, it's just like Busta Rhymes messed it up on the drink champs because he was twisted when he said it. But it's just like he got it from somebody else who said was like, how many seconds? Like if there's not, don't quote me on the numbers because I don't remember 100. But let's say it's 96,000 or 64,000 seconds in a day, and if you lose 5 seconds of it, you know what I mean? Sorry, not seconds, dollars. Or sorry, they convert that to dollars. If you lose $5, convert the seconds to dollars. If you was to lose $5, would you, you know what I mean, risk going to jail or losing your life to get that $5 back? Nah, it's the same thing with that time. So if somebody did something to you and they got you upset for 5 seconds, don't do something that's going to cause you to be in jail for 25 years or turn around and might lose your life. That person could be strapped and you might just flash your hand when they ready to let it go. So, we just got to be mindful.
And like you said, when there's stuff that's at risk, yo, I'm gonna chop this into 2, Shake. We gave them too much, so it's gonna be 2 joints. But I want to still carry out the rest of this. I know, we're gonna try to knock this out real quick. We got a couple more.
But I'm gonna say this real quick. While you loading that up to get the next one, when we was talking about you can lose your life just like this. This is why me and my brother Walsh is big on life insurance. So make sure you have some type of life insurance, not just on yourself, your wife, your kids. Don't think about your kids passing away. The reason why we talk about the life insurance for the kids is because it helps build the cash value that they can use when they get older. So that helps them when they go into college or finish college. You can help get them their first house or a car, whatever it is. There's a nest egg building while through the making your payments on the life insurance. So just get funded. That's the easiest way for us to pass wealth down to our loved ones. But go ahead, bro.
You dropping gems on y'all.
Your love, man. It's been a minute. We've been supposed to do this months ago, but the timing had to be right, and this was the right timing.
Things that are great and necessary are almost never on time.
Yeah,
but it does happen.
When it aligns, it's supposed to align. That's why everything we move.
So with your mental game being where it is, with the not taking life for granted, with the knowing what's at risk, with the family and the wife to go home to, you just aren't going to be liked by everyone, and you shouldn't care. Did that ever matter to you about being liked by everybody? Has that ever mattered? And and if it did, how did you transition to the you shouldn't care?
I feel like we all at some point, because it's something we wired to be accepted socially. So one of the things I could always remember is when I first started playing ball. And it's something about, you grew up playing ball too, it's something about being able to play with the older dudes. You play with the dudes your age all day. I'm talking about 12, 13. I'm not going to go to the when we just starting to learn and we shooting like this to the side when you 5 and 6. I'm talking about 13, 14. You at that age where, more like junior high school, because you're about to probably get into high school, but they got the older dudes who hold the court down. That's the grown dudes, the nice dudes. And I'm always playing with my mans, but I always felt like that was like, I could say this now, not then, I didn't think like that then, but I could say this now. I felt like that was the D-League, and they was in the NBA. So I'm playing my heart out, hoping that when they need somebody to call next, or if one of their mans get hurt mid-game, you can call Shorty right there, he the best out of them over there. So just to try to use that analogy, I always feel like we naturally always looking for acceptance. You know what I mean? Or not to be that socially awkward person. You know what I mean?
How do you mature? Tell them, like, give advice to the younger cats. Like, how would you advise them to be mature to say, listen, ain't nothing, you can't, it's out of your control?
You said it, man. Yo, you can't make somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes.
Do you think more solid you are, the more challenging that is? Because I used to try to attribute that to, if my shit ain't all the way together, I can understand why. But the more you start to figure your life, and the more you seal up them holes, and you more solid.
People can envy you for that. People get envy.
That's what I was looking
Yeah,
for.
people get envy for that. People get envy. Yeah, it's a fact. You know, and it's crazy. Like, I don't naturally. I just naturally was a go-getter. Like I said, I was very ambitious, and it went. Some people took it the wrong way in high school. Oh, he conceited, he cocky. But then they get to talking to me. Then they're like, yo, like I would see they facial expression change. They'd be like, yo, you're not like what I thought you was. I'm like, and I'd be thrown back. Like, I had no perception of you, but now you let me know you had a perception of me. It's like, yo, cause you know I heard that, yo, cause you on the team and you know, girlfriends in the cheerleading team and that whole little high school story. You this dude.
It's ideal. It's Cinderella. It's Stella.
Like you just. Like, nah, if you say what's up to you, I'm gonna say what's up to you. But they just took it as he could see.
You all that.
Yeah, so it can, like you said, that can be, but I don't think that you should worry about, they say so much, man. There's so much positive stuff online that you could look up, man. That people, they said we weren't about buying stuff to impress people who could care less about us. So at the end of the day, I was telling you earlier, like, whether you're doing great, people gonna have something to say. So we could use somebody like Drake. You know, there's people who don't like Drake, and you could say hands down probably one of the best rappers right now. But there's gonna be at least 1,000 people we could get in a room who could say Drake sucks, but he's the top selling best. So that proves.
You know that, yeah.
Right, that proves that no matter how good
you are,
and then you can have a dude from the hood who could spit a little bit, but he not that good. But dudes is just like, yo, he need to stop rapping because he sucks or whatever. But at the end of the day, if he was a Drake, they have something negative to say.
Regardless.
He's not that nice, they beating him up for that. So just do what you gonna do with that. People gonna hate you regardless. Just do what you do.
Why do you shine so much? Why you don't shine at all?
Yeah. No, one of the illest joints, and not to refer too much to high school, I had a best friend, and still my best friend, but there was the Jordan, you were a little older than me, so the Jumpmans came out. Jordan Jumpmans came out. We both copped them at the same time. Mm-hmm. The reason how we was able to cop them, I always was like, yo, we did the summer yummy joints. We did the summer youth programs.
Yeah, got your little bread.
Got your little bread.
Yeah.
And we like, yo, we gonna save them to stuff drop. Most people, what they did, they spent all their bread so they look fly in September.
Right.
So I used my head, told my dude, like, yo, we gonna cop a few, because he only got maybe like $800 to $900. So I said, let's go to the outlets. We copped the little Reebok joints. They was maybe $40 or whatever. You get the joints with the white with the blue and the white with the red, so you can have something to switch up. And you hold on to a good 500, 400. So when other joints drop throughout the year, they asking their moms
because they bread done.
They done. We going to get that. So when the Jumpmans drop mid-year, nobody went and grabbed them. We had bread. We went and grabbed them. It was like $1.20. Grabbed them. This is the thing though. We never wore them at the same time. It just so happened when we come to my crib, one day I have them on, he wouldn't have it. So the rumor in school was
y'all was sharing.
We sharing a sneaker. So now I'm like, look what we gotta go do. Yo, B, put your sneakers on tomorrow. I'm gonna put my sneakers on tomorrow. This goes back.
We're gonna nip this in the butt.
We're gonna nip it in the butt. But you know what happened when we went to school now with both of them on, right? You know what they said? Can you guess what they said? Oh, one of y'all just copped it yesterday.
To make it look good. Want to look a little more crispy?
I said, bro, I wear 9, he wear 8.5. Like, and this is where it goes back to me trying to be the social impress. And I realized like it doesn't matter.
It's a waste of energy.
Yeah, I'm like, it was show like they both.
But at that age, that's fine.
Yeah, but once again, this is high school. But just to show you, I told that whole story just to say like how people will still try to find something. Yeah, to say like, oh nah. Or I remember when 2 Chainz wasn't a thing. Like wearing, like when 2 Chainz came out, 2 Chainz, and now everybody had 2. That wasn't a thing in high school. You have one chain with the Jesus piece or whatever. But my girl at the time, she bought me a chain with a clown, like a movable clown on it. So I would switch them up. Oh, you keep getting your jewelry. So I had to put both chains on them. Oh, you paid somebody to get it back. Son, I'm like, what am I doing? Don't stop trying to prove stuff to people, man. That's how I say, yo, no matter what you say, bro, then another group, oh, now you're going to get round now that you got both of them. Yeah, okay, right. So,
that's a fact. That's it. Good points. Let's run it down. We got like 2 left. Women's mistakes over men's mistakes. What's more costly? And I want to say that emotions is playing a role in both parties, but I don't want to really single one out unless that's just how you view it. But I'm going to speak mine after you. Are you singling one out? Or you saying
I was
both
doing a
equal?
lot of talking, man. I want to hear yours. I want to, cause I need to hear.
You need how I see that?
Yeah, I need to see how you see it.
So, I don't mean, if I pick it apart with survival, business, if I take that aspect, I want to say it's kind of almost even based on the bringing up of the man and the woman. So if you take the same woman and man from how they had, well, what you said, a structured family, they have both parents, they both ambitious, they both have the similar intelligence.
Okay.
I feel like it's equal in the mistakes that they make, so no one gets singled out there from business-wise if they came up the same.
So when you say the mistakes are leaning to
an emotional decision that you made. So let's say they both run their own business.
Okay.
And there's a choice they gotta make. Either joining another cosign or whatever. Who is the woman gonna use an emotional state to make that decision? Maybe she's excited because of the name of who it is. But does that mean that's the right person? Versus like if a man hears the name, he could still be excited too.
He could be excited too.
So that's why I said I'll even y'all there.
Okay.
Because it could go either way.
Okay.
But now let's go to relationships specifically.
Okay, relationship.
Now, what you said, that we got the access through social media.
Yeah.
So now if a man and a woman have an issue, they bump heads, so they go to their respective corners. And they start entertaining shit. Are you going to say that's even as well if they make a mistake far as entertaining something and really fully going through with it? Or do one person got to take the hit? Like, you feel like men might be jumping the gun more and go play. Women, are they a little more strategic? If they truly do love you and they just mad at you in the moment versus them just being reckless, period. Again, the target is emotion.
I already feel like the woman is always more strategic. Like I said earlier, like a woman ain't just gonna break up with you. Granted, if you do something wild, crazy, they might. But for the most part, they gonna find themselves to merge on to something else. So they'll have something else brewing that they're talking to. So they real strategic. We ain't too smart when it come to that. We first joint that holler at us, we with it. Or the first joint we holler at that respond back, we like, oh yeah, it's all that. Without even really knowing who she know, and they could get back to white me and all of that. So I feel like
take the hit.
We that's why them dudes usually get caught more. It's hands down. You know that. Not to say that females don't cheat. Not saying that. So we could have did dirt in the street, selling this, selling that, but don't have no record. That don't mean that I wasn't in the streets. Right. It just mean that I didn't get caught. So same thing with a female. She could be doing her thing, but she just do her joint so smooth, and we so nonchalant, we don't see it.
I say it all the time. Men are dogs, women are cats. Have you ever seen
a
cat shit?
You very, very rare. I caught one or two. So I caught one or two, just like you might catch one or two females. They like, damn, they got caught out there cheating because they let their guards down.
But the success rate is still
way higher, 90s.
They're 90s. Even in the ones they got caught, they got 9 more than they didn't.
Yo, and they would deny it. Crazy. Full red-handed. Dude on top. Well, nah, he was just massaging. Yo, come on, man. Chill, cut it.
So we're gonna say the men's mistakes more costly in that relationship.
Yeah, man. But this is the crazy thing about it. Once again, I'm big on how we're wired, how DNA is. Usually, that happens when a dude get caught out there. Female, because the way how she's wired, is more willing or reluctant to take the guy back, depending on the situation. She's more willing to. When it's usually the other way around, there are a few dudes who would take the female back. Very few. But for the most part, and I believe you should know why, a dude just look like, nah, I can't trust you no more. Like, a female would say trust, but it's something about it. They can take you back. Like, they can give you another chance. Sometimes dudes say it. I know dudes who've done it, but that never really worked. But for the majority, I would say on a scale, an average dude you cheat on, and he looking at it like another dude conquered you.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's Reynolds.
Because it's different. a dude and
controversy.
a
Women
dude-
want to be equal.
Yeah,
women
it's
in
not.
today
It's not.
want to be viewed
Not.
equal, treated equal.
100%. That feminism drug. But so a dude can lay down with a female and have no emotional attachments to it. It'll just be what it was, right? But a female, for the most part, there's some females who move like dudes who could do that and get up and keep it moving. But for a female, for the most part, she got to be digging you. So we, as a man, because we know that a chick got to be digging you, it's not the fact. The sexual thing is the one part, but the fact, like, that means she likes him.
But
She
you
let
can't get
him
over.
Yeah, and that's the part.
But they lose. It's a double-edged sword because now if they get like us and do that non-emotional shit, it may make you go, well, damn, do you give a fuck about me?
Yeah, if she could move like
And
that.
she could move
If she
like
move
that, it still leaves questions.
Yeah, it leaves. It's like, yo, who else she do? Like, now you don't feel special, right? And that's what, you know. It's tough, man. We can go down that road, but you know, when I tell chicks like, you gotta be able to know how to stroke a dude's ego. That's what the dude want. A dude want to know, like, yo, this is mine. I mean, I got something. When she's here and I got my 4 or 5 dudes here, I don't gotta worry about one of my dudes being able to pull my female. That's mine. I got that. But the fact that once a dude could feel like his female is giving a little bit eye play or laughing a little too much with her, he start to feel a little insecure. You know what I'm saying?
You flipping friendly chicks out there, you fucking too friendly ass.
Yeah,
you
we
kid,
can't.
and the corny ass joke shit was
Yeah,
bad.
it was mad corny. You and you look, you grabbing his knee and all that.
touchy and shit.
There's things we can see, and it's just like, nah, she not for me. They didn't, in their mind, they ain't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? But that's their signals that they give off, just because that's how they wired. So, you know,
real quick, say the business side. So, like when I gave the business side of them, who mistakes is more costly, or do you feel like that was even, like I said, if they have sound mind and body?
I feel like that's on an even level because, like you said, you brought up a point. Dude could be starstruck, whatever, or some more groupie types. They are male groupies. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm about to do this business with such and such, and not even look over the paperwork. I feel like we could get caught into that a lot more than the female when you realistically think about it. That's why I think a lot of us sign. When you look at the rappers who sign messed up contracts, they just look at the artists who they are to do the deal with. Yo, you know what it's like? What's gonna happen by signing with Ross, and not only, and they sometimes know that, or Diddy could use that as their advantage. You know what I mean? The fact that I can turn you to a star overnight, they're not really gonna look at the fine print. You'll just sign this, or do what? No disrespect to Yo Gotti, not saying he does that, but what they started doing, coming with the 100,000 or the 300,000 cash on the table, then with the paperwork. You think that person reading that? They looking at them stacks of money that they never seen in their life,
Right.
putting it on top putting that bread on top of a Lambo, or putting it on top of a Vet. This is yours with the key, or putting it on a Rolls Royce. What? Pull up in his hood and you drop that on the hood and put that on, and then you put the paperwork. That's the illest thing you could do. He ain't reading that. Meanwhile, you signing away all your publishing, all your intellectual property in perpetuity, which means forever. And you with that P word in perpetuity. You don't want nothing to say that. That mean you ain't getting nothing back.
At the end of
That
the
bread
day.
that you got is the only bread you gonna get, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I feel like guys sometimes we make a lot of more mistakes. Female will probably be like, yo, pull you to solid. We need to read this paperwork.
But I forget why. This is it.
Like,
this is a key. I stand by you with that because women, sorry to say, I feel, have this selfish thing about their bread, so they take it very serious.
That, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. I
why.
didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Because even in this business, what I'm doing, when I go to talk to business owners, 9 times out of 10, I gotta run it by my wife. I gotta run it by the wife. And then it's the wife who grilling me. So how I know XYZ, The dude, the dude is like, yo, I'm ready to sign up, but I gotta talk to my wife. But you hit the nail on the head. I think they more secure and about bread and finances, and that's why also women gravitate to dudes who got money, because they want comfort, they want security. You know what I'm saying?
Quick joke about that. I don't really reference Jada Pinkett no more because you know all the controversy with her.
Yeah.
And but in the movie Scream 2, it was very telling. Omar Epps and her is in the movie theater real quick, and she didn't like the movie or whatever. So she's like, yo, give me some money for popcorn, or I need to go get some popcorn. Give me some money. He said, you got money. She said, I got my money. I asked for your money. And even though that's so simple in itself.
It was a movie?
Scream 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's simple, it's dialogue.
But
I took a lot from that.
That's a fact.
That's how a lot of them are.
Yo, you seen the joint where they doing this, you know, the street interviews where the dudes got the little microphone and they asked this couple, it was a white couple, and it was like, yo, how much bread you got in your bank account? And the guy was like, the white boy was like, like $1,200. And then he said to the girl, he said, how much money you got in your bank account? She's like, $90. $90? 90,000. The dude said, what? What you mean you got 90? Where you get 90 from? I just paid for this trip, and you know all I had was $2,000, and now I'm only left with. She's like, well, that you wanted to pay for it, and I mean my dad gave me that money, and that's my safety money. That's.
Listen,
yo,
there's mad examples. Family that prayed. My man went to take Sanaa Lathan. Remember, Sanaa Lathan was messing with the white boy. He put millions in her shit. And the husband went to take out a calm $40 from the one bank account they thought they had. And he's like, yo, let me get $40 out. Yeah, I just need 40. Full of slip out. Shorty was like, yo, what's your count? He said, there's only one. He said, nah, there's another one. He said, well, how much is in the other one? She said something like 3 mil or some shit. This nigga slumming it, $40. He was happy to get the 40.
I remember that. I don't remember it for 100%, but I remember he's like, what do you mean the other one? And then she told him the numbers. Yeah.
We gonna leave that there. We ain't gonna slay y'all no more.
No, we ain't
gonna slay y'all no more.
But listen, I'm a girl dad, so I know that 9 times out of 10 is the dads who say, yo, you gotta have something. Sometimes the mom teaches them that too. And it can be a curse to their relationship because they already, and it's messed up, they already have a pre-mindset like, I have to be financially okay in case he leaves me. So they getting together with you, but they're already thinking about how I'm gonna be if we break up. So I gotta have my bread.
Just show up. Don't work from that scarcity mindset and be paranoid. What do men really need you to do? I don't want to go because we be here for 3 hours.
Man.
What do we really need? So cool, have emergency. Think like that. We're not gonna say not to think about it, period. Right. But let's be real. What do we need you to do? And if you were raised by same successful people that told you to hold your bread, they should have also taught you the things to do right in a relationship. Because what do we really want? What do we really want? Is that hard that you gotta be paranoid that I gotta make sure I got this in case he leaves? What men really leave off of
most
bullshit?
And it's crazy because, you know, not to get no Kevin Samuels on, but when he's doing his statistics, he always talked about how 80% of the women is the ones who leave filing for divorce. But they the ones who gotta make sure they have the safety net in case he leaves me. But it's like they're already thinking about an exit plan in the beginning. So you already like
on the walk-in.
Yeah, on the walk-in. What if he leaves? So they had a story about a dude. I don't want to get to it. But long story short, he was giving his wife bread. She didn't work and all that, and she was saving majority of it, but she was saving it in her account. And then he got hurt and he couldn't work. So in his mind, he's like, "Yo, she got bread put up." So she was saving money in 2 accounts, but putting the majority into her for her. And then one for them, which he thought everything was going into the for them account. So when she was like, "Oh, I might have to get a job," he like, "Well, I don't want you to work. We should have bread stacked up." She's like, "Well, we only got this amount." He's like, "According to my calculations, we should have way more than that." Well, I kind of set up an account for myself. Son was like, and you know when she told him about it, it wasn't until he started trying to find a job, even with his injured self.
And he needed to chill.
He started to try to find jobs that he could do that wouldn't mess with. Let's say if it was a back injury or a leg injury. Let me say. He tried to do something where he could just use his hands.
Right.
And she let him do that for a little bit till he realized that, yo, it's too much for me. And she's like, well, I kind of got this other account. And he's like, you made me do this, and this is what she paid herself for. So you already know that relationship went out the window.
Nasty, filthy. Yeah. All right, we're gonna close out. Last one, the random one that you were put on to.
Okay.
See how he handles himself. One time, hear it before you. I know you don't just jump out. One time, $50K let someone shit on you sexually? Not a guy, of course. Whatever your sexual preference is. I know, somebody threw that at me and told me to do it. Sorry. Somebody threw that in my email. One time, 50K, let someone shit on you. Sexual preference. No matter the state of where you at?
More.
I don't mean now.
You talking about financially?
Yeah, like if you have you got $2.50.
This is where probably ain't gonna say I'm capping or lying or whatever, but it's morals. This is like that's one of the reasons why I feel like I ain't make it as far as like in music or whatever. It's just certain morals. Like somebody told me, I remember a dude wanted to work with me. He's like, yo, you gotta come up with a gimmick, you know what I mean, or dye part of your hair or something. Not doing that. Like that's what's gonna take for me to sign the deal. Not doing it because that's not how I naturally feel. So one person on one hand might say, yo, you stupid, you stubborn, I would have did that if I was you. And another person might commend me and be like, yo, I respect you for holding down your ground. So my morals, I couldn't because I couldn't sleep well at night knowing that this is how I got the bread.
Do you think there's any time of life where that answer is different?
Nah.
No matter what age you were?
Nah. Even as a young, like, when you was younger in school and dudes would play that, jokes that people don't say now because it's similar to what we was talking about with the Diddy, with the Biggie line, right? Dudes be like, yo, would you let a homo hit you for? Nah, son. I'm not going, even though this was hypothetically speaking, to know that I got $1 million because I let a dude violate me. It's just certain things. I'm one of them dudes.
From the gate.
Yeah,
when you came out swinging, you would have never.
I can't. It's just morals. It's just how I'm wired, bro. Like, I gotta get it out the mud. That's just how I am. Yeah, and it's crippling. I'm not saying that, meaning there's negatives to that. There's a situation where I could have signed with somebody, and they was like, yo, you can sign under this person or get it on your own. I said, I'm gonna go get it on my own. Didn't happen. But to know that I was going to be under somebody who wasn't that successful themselves, just to say I'm signed, you get what I'm saying? Somebody would have said, yo, that was dumb. I would have did that. Another person would say, yo, I respect what you did. So it was. I saw the person, and they had other artists under them. So this is not like I would have been the first artist. They had other artists.
Is it still?
And they wasn't. I didn't even know that those was their artists until I was told at the deal. Oh, such and such and such and such a signed with them. I never even heard of these people. So I'm supposed to get added onto that roster, and they're already ahead of me, and I don't know them. I'd rather do it on my own. You know what I mean? And then get 10 bands and then be under somebody and probably be their hype man when they feel like it. So like I said, it can be crippling. It's morals with me, man. You know what I mean?
So I would have to agree on the closeout that I am not allowing that either. At no stage in my life. I can see, because I'm voice of reason, y'all put too much pressure on me sometimes with the trying to look at it from everybody's perspective. Yeah. But let's keep it a beam. 99.9, and we would advise this, I'm sure he agrees with me, that I don't think anyone out there, no matter what situation you got, should entertain that.
No.
Is there any, as your last closing quote, comment, do you see anybody's situation remotely close to where they would have to do that? Can you think of any scenario? Not you, anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's people who don't have morals.
Oh, that's what it's charged to.
I feel like a 6ix9ine doesn't have morals. I feel like a lot, Little Uzi Vert, a lot of these people who wear dresses, and Young Thug, when he was wearing dresses, and to me, you don't have morals. So to me, those are the type of dudes I put in the category. Ain't nothing you wouldn't do for money, because I know they did that for bread. Somebody said, you put these on, and I'm gonna do this for you. It's not happening with me, bro. You're not telling. It's almost like. First of all, I gotta get, people might not believe, but if I'm in that position, then they'll know then. It's almost similar with the David Chappelle thing. When he turned down the 50 M's. He knew why he turned it down, because he realized when he was telling them jokes that the white people was laughing harder than the black people. And he saw over it like, they're not laughing at the joke, they're laughing at me. So he's like, morally, y'all want me to bring this on a larger audience, doing these same type of jokes so the whole America and the world can laugh, well, white America, whatever, right? Or the other people don't look like, can laugh at me and not with me or at the actual joke, and that's more so. That's now you're crazy. You left 50 million. You're a crackhead now in Africa. So I feel like there are people who doesn't have morals for whatever reason what they may have went through. People got some real messed up lives, abandoned, orphanage, abused, and then their just structure of what's the right from wrong is shallow.
Twisted.
Yeah. So you want to give me 50 things? That's all you got to do? All right, come on. There's somebody who will sign that up right now. No hesitation. Show me the bag. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So then on another note, you can have the cash in front of me, and I'm probably gonna ask you to leave before I pop on you. You get what I'm saying? Like it can go. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, bro, no disrespect.
Right.
You violating me right now.
Yeah.
Bounce. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. It all
It's a
depends.
moral thing.
It's a moral thing.
That's the only charge you could give it if somebody was in a position to entertain it.
I feel, and it's so funny you using that, that topic, because Biggie joked on it about a song or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what I see because we talk about music, but that's what I see in music, and all these dudes who's willing to do crazy stuff. The Island Boys kissing each other. It's like. Just cause for what you want to call that joint, clickbait or
Clickbait.
Not clickbait.
I know what you're saying.
Damn.
Yeah.
For when they
Shock
say
value?
they do it, shock value, clout.
Clout.
That's the word I was looking for when they do stuff for clout. Like, yo, this is gonna get a bunch of views. No,
And like Lil Wayne and Baby do that.
yeah, Well, they did it without. They was doing that before there was a YouTube, Instagram. It was BG and all them. They knew that this is what they did. So it was like when the world found out, like, oh, y'all didn't know that? Yeah, we know that's what they do, bro. That's not regular. It's not regular, bro. I met a dude.
He wasn't on the same bus.
Nah, like I said, I don't even think my dad hugged me once. And there's, the real talk, like, I don't even think he hugged me, but.
I mean, I kissed my son on the forehead.
On the forehead, but I'm not kissing my little man on the mouth, bro. I seen a situation when I was in college that a grown man, they won the game and father came down off the bench and they kissed each other on the mouth, and I was like, that's not regular, bro. It's different. I look at you different.
Listen, I got the program right here. It's not in the program.
Yeah.
That's not in the program. What show were you watching? What were you watching? So there's no way. That's cool. I like how we ended things. I appreciate you stopping by, man. I want you to give them your info one more time, man. I'm gonna put it in the timestamps. They're gonna see it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna split this up into two, y'all. This is gonna be two because we gave you too much.
It was a lot.
We gave you too much, but it was like he said, a little bit overdue. So we came ready and prepared, locked and loaded. So it wasn't for the short haul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk to them for the last closeout. And whatever last jewel you want to drop, and we out of here.
Yeah. So basically, once again, you're following on ShakeDizzy 25, ShakeDizzy 25, the number 25, and that's on Instagram, Facebook, everything. You look up Leonard Llewellyn. You can look up Lou Merchant, which is LLEW Merchant LLC. You can Google that. You'll find me and stuff like that. Yeah, man, we do the Convos with Shake and Wall Street, me and my brother Wall Street, we do that live on Instagram every Tuesday from 6 to 7. And I got ahead and I posted back up there. So even if you missed the live, it's always back on the actual feed where you can watch it. And I do that just for the simple fact that my brother Wall Street, he's in another state and I'm in New York. So for the simple fact that we're doing this live together and we're not physically in the same room, I can't do it like how me and my brother H.U.S.H is doing it, so we got to do it on the Instagram Live. That's the only platform. I don't even think, can Facebook do
You can do it on YouTube.
No.
You can do YouTube Live and you chime in.
But that you got to have the 1,000 subscribers.
Oh,
Got you. That's what I'm telling you, right? But no, can Facebook? Can you?
I did it before.
Facebook? Can you? No,
I
Facebook.
think
Can you do
Facebook-
two people? Or just one people could go. One person.
One
could
person go live
Yeah.
and it just be like the comments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
you
could
gotta
even-
go Instagram.
Yeah, we gotta
That's
be
the
on
best
Instagram.
bet.
That's why a lot of people's like, why you didn't do it on YouTube? That's why
I
we
think
do
you
it on
got the
Instagram.
potential, and I'm not saying you don't think that, but I think you can get the YouTube to that where y'all could do that.
Yeah. I started the channel, but like I said, we got to build up the subs and all that.
I did it. Because
So
I had a district attorney, she's in North Carolina, and I was able to do it on my YouTube live.
yeah. Once again,
Right.
congrats, you got over 1,000 subs. So
I mean,
yeah. So you know what I mean? I ain't on that level yet. It's levels. It's levels to everything. But you know, I'm humble where I'm at. I appreciate it. 1,000 subs or not, like I said, 6 viewers, 10 viewers, 1 viewer or not. It was a God-given like idea for me to spread whatever knowledge that I have. So when this thing take off, with me and my brother Wall Street's doing big deals with real estate and investments and all of that stuff. We big on crypto and everything. Nobody can say, damn. That's the main reason why I did it too, Hush. Because I can't have this conversation with every one of my friends or associates. So the idea was like, what can I do to put everybody on and at the same time give them the knowledge? So let me do this live so nobody can. So you can say, God bless, 2 years from now, ShakeDizzy the millionaire from crypto. You can't say, damn, you didn't tell, damn, Shake, you ain't tell nobody to buy them cryptos. Nah, I did on my live, but you know,
you want to watch it.
Yeah.
You bring you to the water, but you know, can't make you drink.
Yeah, that's why if you hit me. I'm gonna hit you right back, sweetheart. I'm finishing up the live right now, right? Alright. So, yeah, check it out, ShakeDizzy on all joints. Oh, he gonna play that so we get out of here. And then what I'm gonna leave y'all with, he gonna play the Dame Dash, bro. You can pause it real quick. I'm gonna just tell him what I'm gonna always tell him. You said
but wait, family first.
Yeah.
Now, will I edit it out or show you the core value of a true family? Wifey hit him, and on a recorded joint, still made sure that communication barrier and that transparency was present. That ain't nothing to joke about, man. That, you know, when we was younger, we be on some sucker shit like, yo, you really answered that right there?
Yeah, real talk.
But that's structure, built.
Yeah.
So that may not even get edited out. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts, keep that, because you know what's so funny? Yo Gotti did that too on an interview. Now that you said that, you know what I mean? Yo Gotti did that when Shorty called. People was like, oh, that was disrespectful. When Shorty called him, I'm like, nah, it's just checking in. She checking on me. I told her it's probably gonna be an hour. We've been over here longer than an hour. So, yo, you good? Yeah, I'm good. I hit you when it's finished. So it's just a simple check, you know what I mean? Right. And we keep that balance. So something that I always want to leave people with, man, what I always say on my live is watch your diet, not just what you eat, but what you're listening to and what you're watching, because that's very important, what we're putting into our brain. I'm going to say this quick gem, too, that I heard from this guy. I can't remember his name right now, but long story short, he said the brain is like soil. He said you could choose to plant poison ivy in the ground, or you could choose to plant, a mango tree. Either way, whatever you plant and you water it, the soil is going to give that. It's going to produce a nice bush of poison ivy. It's going to give you a nice mango tree with sweet mangoes. So the brain is the same thing. You can choose to put positive thoughts into your mind, and that's what's going to flourish and grow out and show off on you. Or you could choose to fill your mind with a bunch of negative things, and that's what your life is going to basically give off. That's like the poison ivy analogy. So that's why I'm big on what you're listening to, what you're watching, and definitely who you surround yourself with, your circle. What y'all talking about? Are you talking about who won the last game, who had more females, or are we talking about how we could build and put our bread together and buy a building or a property or Airbnb, something? What are we doing? We talking about the next stock that you're looking at, or we talking about, high school stories? So watch your circle, and most importantly, your tongue, because your tongue speaks life or death. That's in the Bible. Choose to speak life, because it's easy to speak death, talk down on somebody. Let's talk positive. Big my brother Hush up and doing his podcast. Yo, it's a dope podcast. Speak positivity. You don't got nothing good to say. And my kids say zip it, lock it, and put it in the pocket. It makes sense, you know what I mean? So that's the jewels, man. That's it, man. ShakeDizzy on all streaming platforms. Dame Dash Bro, stream that. You know what I mean? Merchant services, hit me up if you want a credit card system for your store. No fees, low fees, however you want it. And yeah, man. Tell a friend, I give referral bonuses if they sign up. Dame Dash Broke, all streaming platforms. Yeah.
Let that bang out for a second, man.
Yeah, all my money working, keeping me afloat. Whoa, I'm Dame Dash Broke. Invest in everything I got so I can get some. I'm Dame Dash broke, check out my portfolio, I invest in gold, but I don't own a rollie though. A couple tech stocks, hold 'em just in case they blow. And if I make it big, homie, you would never know. Reinvest my dough, allocate my funds in different investments. Gotta have way more than one, I'm trying to be rich. Got to settle for the crumbs, I'm buying a big crib. Move my family out the slums, get nobody hold me back. That's the truth, matter of fact, I'm putting in mad work. Like I'm serving out the trap, building up my net worth. Diversifying my cash in different investments. Multiply, bringing it back, boy. Who you know rhyming like this, dropping mad diamonds like this. Hey, ain't nobody doing what I did, so I had to fill a void, live how Damon Dash live. Whoa, I'm Dame Dash, bro. All my money working, keeping me afloat. That's what it is, man. Dame Dash broke, you know what I mean? We ain't dissing Dame Dash, we just bigging them up. We going broke buying assets, not liabilities, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
Check that out on all streaming platforms like he said. We are out, and my closeout is always stay positive, productive, and stay pushing. Stay safe. Peace.
PPP, no loan.